Hello guys, this is Colin with Colin Talks Crypto. I just wanted to do a quick short-term Bitcoin price update because it's looking interesting and I want to point something out that I just spotted on the chart here. So let's zoom in. This is daily candles and you can see that we have this bullish wedge. However, this bullish wedge has just morphed into more of a flag. Now the thing about this flag is it's upward sloping instead of downward sloping as a bullish flag would normally slope. The fact that it's sloping upward is actually bearish. Now you can see how it's hitting up against this particular resistance line. This line has held for an extremely long time. You can see that it's been both support and resistance all the way back to the beginning of January 2023. So this has held for almost a year, or it's been respected for almost a year, I should say. So what does this mean? Well, it means a couple things. This means that in order for this to be a bullish breakout, we need to get above this line and hold it, close above it, and possibly even test it as support and bounce from that. That would be extremely bullish. However, I just want you to be aware that this could be a bearish pattern in the short term. And the first obvious level of support would be right here around 31,800, a very, very strong level of support. I think that if it did break down, that would be where it would find support and where it would bounce from. But this is a bearish pattern currently until it breaks above this. And I want to show you this article I found just to back up what I'm saying here. So it's talking about the sloping flag and looks can be deceiving. Now, as I said, typically a downward sloping flag in an upward trend is a bullish flag. However, you can have a rare kind of occasion where you have right here a pole and a flag, but it's upward, it's ascending. And right here, I'm just going to read this for you. I caution Forex traders about being misled. In recent weeks, I've seen two well-known Forex publications release commentary where a sloping flag was mistaken for a bull pattern. It's important that you know the difference so you can form your own opinion. And you can see here it broke to the downside. Notice how the so-called bull flag pattern formed with the trend and not against it. This is not what you want to see if you're thinking of buying or currently have a long position. Sure enough, the next 24 hours resulted in a break of channel support right here. The formation above was in fact an upward sloping flag and thus represented trend exhaustion more so than a continuation of the current uptrend. For this pattern to be considered a bullish continuation, the consolidation area would need to have faced away from the momentum. Currently, it is not doing that, and that is a recent change. Like I showed you, it was a pennant until it morphed into this particular pattern, and suddenly it went from a bullish pennant or a bullish wedge to a bearish flag in a bullish uptrend. And that could be sneaky, and I feel like a lot of people might not see that. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And here's another example of the flag going in the wrong direction if you wanted a bullish continuation. Here's the pole, here's the flag, it's upward sloping and it breaks down, not up as you'd hope. So right now, unless it breaks above this upper blue trend line, my bet is that it's going to retest 31,800. Now, if, like I said, if it can break above this line here, let's zoom out. If it can break above this line here, bounce off of it, retest it, use it as support, that is extremely bullish because it would have just literally defied this bearish pattern. And then we would have this line right here acting as support from this point forward, going into this week where we have potentiality for a Bitcoin ETF approval. Now, my current guess, like I said, unless it breaks above this line, in which I am extremely bullish, my current guess is that we might get a fake out or a deviation above this line, enticing everyone into this bullish euphoria, and then breaking down because this is a bearish direction for this channel. Basically a fake out and a drop down, a retest of 31,800. But again, that forecast of retesting 31,800 would be canceled if it did respect this line as support once breaking above it. So Let's stay tuned. Let's see. My gut kind of tells me we're going to see the ETF be delayed yet again. And that would explain how the price could pump up to here and then basically crash down to here, finding this support level because of the short-term bearish news. Like I said in all my posts, I do expect Bitcoin ETFs to be approved eventually, but it could be January if it's not this time around. And how this plays out and how the next week plays out with the Bitcoin ETFs really decides that outcome. I hope this was helpful, and share this with anyone who you don't think has actually realized that we're actually currently looking at a bearish pattern, unless it proves us otherwise.